What is up? It is Red, the Rideshare Ginger, coming right back at you. Today we're going to talk about my full day of Uber, pool, and Lyft shared rides. But first, I want to touch on a new app that I've been using. It's got me like $15 cash back. It's a gas app, super easy to use. I'll do a full thing on that, but I want to get it out to you guys as quick as possible. My link is in the description for it. It's called GetUpside. If you use that link, it will get you a little bit extra on your first fill up. But like I said, I've done like $15 in 2 weeks on it. So take a look at it. I'll do a full review at some point, but been super easy to use. I like it so far. But to the important part, full day of shared, full day of pool. Those are the only rides I took all day. It was a decent day. I started at 5:30 a.m., finished up at the last ride about 7:15 p.m. We're gonna call that 14 hours to make the math super easy. And rule of the day, could only accept Uber pool or Lyft shared, nothing else. So I wasn't even tempted on Uber. I turned off Select and XL. Lyft didn't have that option, so I had a Lyft Lux Black XL ride come through. Declined it because I said I would only do pool and shared, so I didn't want to screw with it. Came through about the middle of the day, so it is what it is. Hopefully it was only going a mile or something, but who knows? So I did my full day. I knocked out a ton of trips. It was a decent day overall, but let's take a look. So we're gonna take a look at earnings and we're gonna take a look at rating. Most people hate on pools and say they get the worst ratings. This happens, that happens. And I don't have that experience, and I want to share my experience with you. And I think part of it is just people negatively talk about pools. So when you get that one bad pool ride, you just assume all bad pool rides are this, or all pool rides are bad. And that has not been my experience. So I want to make sure to look at ratings and take a look at earnings. So let's quickly go over to earnings. We're going to start with Lyft. 7 rides. So that's 7 pickups and drop-offs. And that's technically 4 like accepted trips is the easiest way to think about it. And so like 7, so of those 4 trips, you know, there was added riders and things like that. 5870 was the total, and that's with 326 in PT. We'll flip over to Uber. On Uber, I did 188.36, 24 trips, 24 pickups and drop-offs, and that was 7 accepted trips with 24 pickups and drop-offs. And as you can see, there's $8.46 for a comfort ride. This was the first day of comfort. No one knew anything about it. It was last ping of the day, happened to come through as a comfort. I took it because I needed to see what those numbers are. So you can add in the 840, you can take out the 846, add in, I don't care, it's $9. It's not gonna make that much of a difference when we're calculating numbers. I mean, I rounded up from, what is that, 13 and a half hours to 14 hours. So like right there's the difference. Like it's whatever. With $25 in Quest, and I am counting my Quest because I did 24 trips. My Quest was 25 trips. I was 1 short, and like I got my Quest because of trips I did earlier in the week. So I think Quest counts. If I would have only done like 13 trips, I'm not going to count the Quest money, but I'm going to count it. That's 25 Quest. So, and as you can see, I also did 1650 in CTs. So the total was $272.06. All that included, about $19 per hour. On Uber, I did $25.67 in surge. So $376 in PT, $25.67 in surge. Call it $30 of that was surge or PT. So the plan was 5:30, be downtown, get going. Didn't happen. I was like at Lawrence at 5:30, so I wasn't quite where I wanted to be. I wanted to be Lakeview. That's where I like to start taking my trips, like where I like to take my surge pool trips. And so the plan would be to pick up a lot of surge, be solid. Well, I picked up a $3 surge trip, I think, and it took me to Brookfield from Lawrence. So it took me way out where I didn't want to be. I made some money. It was a good trip, like no traffic. It was nice and easy. And then, so I'm out there in Brookfield. I'm trying to make my way over to Hyde Park or heading that direction, just heading east, aiming that way. I accept a trip. No 45 plus notification. It is going from Brookfield to downtown. It is a 12-mile trip. over an hour. Kind of the ride from hell. I think it was 4 passengers. And just watching the group chat, there's so much surge everywhere. I could have been anywhere and getting surge. And I'm on this ride this time. So I end up back downtown at about 9 o'clock. And then I start taking trips from there again. I get some surge, but as you see, $25 in surge. Normal day like that, it was hitting $10 surge. So I would have done a ton of surge if I would have been in the right spots where I like to be. I like to be in Lakeview. So I realistically think that number could have been 325, 350 if I would have executed my plan the way I wanted to. But things happen. That's kind of how the day works. If you don't use destination filters like you should. And I was going to set one when I got to Lakeview, but I just figured trip from Lawrence is going to head to the city. That's usually the direction they head. They head to the city. Just didn't happen. So that was one trip that was an hour. And I called that the ride from hell? No. My second to last ride of the day before I took that comfort ride. That's the ride from hell. So we'll take a look at it here. Let's pull it up. As you can see on here, it wasn't a huge amount of earnings. Nice long trip. It was a pool. Started in Hyde Park, and I ended up on the northwest side. Long trip. 11 different passengers ended up in my vehicle. 8 pickups and drop-offs. 11 passengers. And at one point, Uber decided to put 5 passengers in my vehicle at once. I didn't know they would do that. I've never had more than 4. So I was kind of surprised that they would do that. Like, my vehicle fits it, so it makes sense. They'd never done that to me before. So this was a bit of a ride from hell, and that kind of killed the day, and I was done at that point. I'd planned on going to 7:30, maybe 8, and I'm like, nope, no, I am done after this trip. That ride sucked. It just wasn't a fun ride, but you get those rides. You can get that on an X. You can get that on whatever. If it was surged, that would have been a great trip. Even if it was $3 with $2 pickups, like at 8 pickups and drop-offs, another $16 on top, that's a solid trip. I'd take it. But it is what it is. The rides are what they are. Let's flip over. Let's take a look at my ratings. The Uber one's the important one. That's where I did most of the trip. So as you can see, start of the day. And let's flip over. This is the end of the day. As you can see, nothing changed in there. It was exactly the same, which means, there's a chance, yes, one of my 5 stars replaced another 5-star, or my 1-star replaced another 1-star, or it's likely I was just getting 5 stars or no ratings all the way through. So I had no issues. All my rides are paid for. No one's reported anything. So I don't know. It was a good day for me. Only made $19 an hour, but it was a Wednesday. I did a Wednesday. So it's Wednesday, May 1st, I believe. I think Wednesday, May 1st. So to make $19 an hour on a Wednesday, with how much went wrong in my day, getting out to Brookfield, getting an hour back, having an hour back, and then also having that one from Hyde Park where it was just a long ass ride. I'm happy with that type of money, $19 an hour, for how screwed I got and missing out on all the surge on a Wednesday. So I know this is what it is. If you have any questions about this day, ask me. I don't know if I'll ever do another one like this. Like I said, I'll do another full day of eats, but I don't think I'll ever do another full day of pool/shared. I just want to show you guys that pool is not as bad as you think it is. It's not what you think. And yes, this is limited rides. Like, I only did 31 rides in the day, so it's a small sample size, but this is how my days always go. They're just like this, where no issues with my pool riders. My bad ratings come from another place. So with that in mind, I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Like, comment, share, ask me any questions, email if you need to. We have just gotten over 150 subs, so the next video I will announce my winner for that gift card. So you got your last chances to kind of get in here and take a look at that Take My Money video that'll tell you how to win the money. Like I said, look at the link in the description for GetUpside. That'll save you some money on gas. Use my link. It'll get you a little bit extra money on gas. And let's just keep this moving forward. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to keep the videos coming, and just give me feedback as you see fit. Thanks again for watching.